let's go a little bit deeper. So what will happen to this body through the passage of time? Our body is going to get older. You're going to slow down. It becomes susceptible to diseases. We may get sick or we may be healthy. All these changes are happening all the time. At some point, when the inevitable end comes, so when you have to lose this body, there are certain techniques which will help you to be more focused and more balanced when you understand the process of death itself. You may think death is a subject which is taboo in most of the cultures, not in some of the cultures. Some of the cultures it's a taboo. You cannot talk about death. You cannot see death. It's all hidden nicely. But whereas that important aspect of life has to be understood, has to be known very clearly, so that we don't get the kind of experience we get when we think about getting older and all that. So in the Buddhist tradition, so there are a few things which they do. I just want to share them with you. The one thing they talk about when you think about death is, when death happens, the body again goes through certain changes, right? Just like when you are born, become a teenager, and then an adult, and then old person. In the same way, when death happens, when the body is left, it is going to take a few days for the bodies to get decomposed, right? It goes through several stages. In the Buddhist tradition, if I think one or two of my students have tried this, if you are brave enough, you can use that as a contemplation. What happens when a body dies? It goes to certain decomposition stages. They say 45 days for the body to get completely decomposed when left in open air. So there are several ways of people do it. And then these days, they don't let it for those many days. It happens very quickly, just an hour or two, which will help you to destroy the entire body, even the bones and everything is destroyed. All you are left with is the ashes. So when you go through this process of how your body decomposes after the death happens, so when you do this as a practice, suddenly you come face to face with one of the important aspects of your life, which is death. Death is not something cut off from your life. As soon as you are born, the death is another side of it. So we need to understand that part as well. Some of the challenges we face today is because we do not have a complete understanding of what is death, what is disease, and what is our body. Because everything starts from our body. So when you think of this body, it is not just what you see in the mirror, it has more to it. This internal body structure and also this decomposition. If you are able to go through that process, you may think it is scary, but if you have that mindfulness of going through it as if you are conducting an experiment, right? You are just going through that as an experiment. You are just seeing how things are, that's all. The monks will be asked to do this exercise. That's why they'll be asked to go and visit a hospital to meet with the people who are sick and then see what are the changes they go through, so that you know that someday you may have the same situation for you as well. So again, death is part of this meditation practice. So when you do it as a practice of understanding more about your body, naturally you will have a better understanding of the body, and therefore you may not have that much of attachment with your body, which means you're going to take care of your body much more than without having this understanding.